Hello, welcome to Counterpoint Conversations. I'm here in Shanghai with magnificent Lenovo team for the APAC Analyst event. And here with me, I have Mr. Tom Butler, who heads worldwide commercial notebooks business. And we would like to talk more about the advent of AI PCs. And we see big announcement at Computex, and we're entering into a new generation, a step change for the PC industry. So you talked about different use cases about AI during the briefing session. Can you talk about how Lenovo is driving these use cases and enabling these use cases within enterprise space, especially, right? And what are different CIOs talking about it? What is their expectation with AI and Gen AI perspective?
Yeah, so when we talk to large enterprise or global customers, there's a mounting pressure to bring AI into their environments. But there's of course significant concern on security of the data, because the data is the gold in this space. So how do you protect the IP? So when our approach to AI, the implementation of AI PC or implementation of AI end to end, is really focused around the security, management, and control of the data. So we independent of if you're looking at the data center or even on-prem, off-prem, or a hybrid solution, all the way down to the AI PC. That's our approach, or our focus, is how do we help our customers manage and secure the data such that when they go and use AI or implement AI, they drive efficiency and really focus on the productivity, the protection, and the personalization of the experience that we can drive.
Yeah, that's great. You mentioned Computex, and just before Computex, Microsoft announced a slew of devices with Copilot Plus, doing a lot of AI on the edge, yes, right? And you showcase some of the ThinkPad solutions with running Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite. You also touched upon some of the use cases which it brings and which are done better on NPU. Can you talk about this?
Yeah, so really it's the inclusion of this third engine, this NPU, as I talked about. For decades, we've had the CPU and the GPU. Now we have a third engine on device, the NPU, or neural processing unit. And as we've seen with this introduction of the Copilot Plus PCs, we're moving to a new class of capability, so 40 plus TOPS, or trillions of operations per second. So that allows you to run continuous AI workloads at a lower power state, and therefore not impact battery life or create thermal increases on the devices. So it really starts to unlock new capabilities. Now, that's the device side, but then there's the software side. So when you look at this software, that is now starting to be written, or code is being evaluated to look at the three engines that are present on these devices that are coming into market. So do I optimize for CPU? Do I optimize for GPU? Or now do I optimize for NPU? So I think over time, you're going to see more and more iterations of the software improving and implementing across these three engines that are now available.
Do you see an opportunity to work directly with enterprise developers to optimize those workloads for these PCs?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. In fact, that's one of Lenovo's strengths is, again, as we go to the community of software vendors or ISVs, we are bringing the breadth of a full portfolio end to end, and we can go partner and work with them independent of, again, if they're working on cloud or server-based solutions all the way down to device-based solutions.
That's great. You also touched upon a very important metric with AI coming in, is the ESG as well. Yes. And you are doing different work on different levels of ESG, right? Or can you talk about, give us a few examples on, with this new AI PC era, how you are helping out the industry?
Yeah, absolutely. So ESG, or environmental social governance, has become a requirement or a key performance indicator measured by every one of the customers we interact with. And so for quite a few years, we focused on the materials we use, using more recycled content, post-consumer content. We've gone to completely plastics-free packaging. So when you take a Lenovo device, you open it up, it's just zero plastics in the device. It's recycled material or recyclable, or both. And then now we've gone even further. So we've developed established a product diversity office, and we partnered with a school of the blind to actually create touch points on our devices on our keyboard to allow for better touch typing or touch-based experiences. And our devices are also more repairable than any in the industry. So now you've got removable covers with captive screws, components that can be easily removed and replaced. And that allows for further extension of the life cycle, but also redeployment of the devices as a refurbished device.
Got it. And also with a lot of things, a lot of AI use cases will be done on the edge.
Yes.
That also reduces a lot of power consumption by not sending the data back to the cloud as well.
Exactly. Because when you think about the concern around data, it's the concern around use of or sending data out certainly to a public or cloud instance. But if you contain it locally, you're also not having to go up to server to spin up a larger workload potentially. You can run it local on device, again, with these very efficient platforms now with the inclusion of the NPU. And you've also, you've eliminated the latency going back and forth up to a data center instance and back down to the device.
Great. And my final question is, a lot of your competitors are also bringing out AI PCs, but there is a clear differentiation for Lenovo, and that's why you guys are number one. So can you summarize what would be the key differentiators in AI PC era for Lenovo?
Yeah. So again, it's the breadth and scale that we have. So again, cloud to the pocket, but those are the foundational elements. We also own our own manufacturing, so we're unique in the industry such that we're building devices, building the devices, securely shipping devices with AI ops capabilities on top to allow for our customers to easily deploy. And then on top of that, we're bringing in consultative services and software that we can pair with these devices or with this ecosystem end to end. So independent of where the customers are on their journey and what devices and solutions they're using, we can map those with our consultative services on top.
Yeah, so that's a great advantage to have to target different verticals as well as different enterprises and bundle it. And your colleague also talked about device as a service, which is an additional layer which brings a lot of stickiness for the device as well.
Exactly.
Great. Thanks. This was a great conversation. Thanks, Tom. Always a pleasure to have
likewise.
Conversation with Lenovo team. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you.